So hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video we are going to take up a very important topic, that is Python. We are going to tackle this new room which is based upon the basics of Python, and you are going to have a lot of fun. And I suppose that if you are watching this video, then you will have a very little knowledge about Python or almost no knowledge about Python. So make sure that in the near future you just go through all these basics of Python and learn this language, because this language is a very important in the security field. Why? Because you can do a lot of things with this. You can make tools of your own with this. You can script many things with this. You can automate things with this. Okay, so you can do a lot of things, and it is very handy to learn Python because it is a very easy language, and that are the advantages that I said. And let's dive into the Python basics. And I just want to suggest you that if you haven't learned Python until now, then just try to stick to this video. Try to see things that what I am saying about and what I am telling you, and in just after some time take up any YouTube creators videos about learning Python, so that you can learn Python, or take up any course where you can learn Python. You can also refer to a paid course, but I will suggest that you should just not take up a paid course, because there are tons of creators on YouTube that have created a very beneficial Python courses, and that too for free. So let's dive into the Python basics. So in Python, as I already told you, that it is a very important also for us, because you can do scripting with this. You can create security tools with this. Okay, so it will aid you in hacking, because it will be a very powerful language. And this room will be teaching variables, loops, functions, data structures, if statements, files, etc. So, and don't worry that if you don't know all these things, but it would be better that you learned a language like C, which is a very basic language, but it is very near to the machine language. Okay, so I would suggest that you should learn C, because it will be very helpful in exploit development, because you can do exploit development with Python also, and you can just see things with C, because it is just near to the machine language. Okay, so this section actually doesn't contain anything important. Just it gives you the idea that what we are going to discuss and how you can code things. I think you know how you can code. You can use an online editor, but I would suggest you use VS Code editor, or if you are in Linux, you can use there are many editors there. There is Nano, there is Mousepad, there is Vim. Okay, so this task is completed. Let's see the task 2, which is Hello World. So to begin, let's create a simple program that outputs some text. So this is a program, and whenever as you can see, there is a hash included here. Okay, so hashtag, as you see, and so it denotes that it is a comment. Okay, so it's not an hashtag. I'm sorry for that, it's not an hashtag, but I just don't remember what it is called right now, but I'm forgetting about it, but let it be. And if you know, then comment it down. Okay, and this line, whenever you use this symbol before anything you write against it, then that thing will not be processed by the compiler. Okay, so that thing won't be processed by the compiler, and that thing will be called a comment. Okay, so you can just make it handy for the code editors or the people who will see your code. It will make a handy process. Okay, uh, just a second. So it will make it a handy process to read. Okay, as you can see, I'm writing I am very amazing person. So it is a comment and that will not be processed. As you can see, there is no error. Okay, so that thing is not processed and it is called a comment. Okay, so if you print the code editor, the question wants us to print hello world in this code editor. So let's just do that. Let's print code. Let's print hello world. Hello world. Okay. So yes, let's just run the code, and yes, exercise complete. The flag is thm print statements. Let me just copy it and submit it. So it's the correct answer. Let's move on to the mathematical operators, and please don't rely on this video only for learning Python, and you will not get a hand over Python by just this video only. You have to check on a lot of videos and a lot of things. If you get things with just one video, that will be awesome for you, and it was awesome for me because I got this with only one video. But everything doesn't fit for everyone. Okay, so just one thing doesn't fit for everybody, so that's the case. So you should just try on things, okay, so that you can get the best of all. Okay, so let's talk about mathematical operators. So addition, for addition this is the sign, for subtraction this is the sign, for multiplication this is the sign. As you can see, the division is also by the slash sign, and it is the modulus operator. The modulus operator actually does that whatever the remainder is, it will output. So if I say that 5, as you can see, there is 10 and there is 2. Okay, so if 10 is divided by 2, then what will be the remainder? It will output that. If we divide 10 by 2, then the remainder comes out to be 2. The remainder comes out to be 0. Okay, so let me just make it clear for you. I will just define a variable. Where it says that, okay, so print a. Okay, I have said that just output the value of a by print a. I am saying that print the value of a. Let's run the code. So the code says that the value of a is 2. So how it is? The value of a is 2 because 23 when divided by 21, it gives out remainder as 2. Okay, and if we say it is 23 is divided by 20, if I just change the value, then what will be the remainder? The remainder will be 3, and so the value of a will be 3. As you can see, the value is changed. So this modulus divisional operator actually does what? It outputs the remainder value. And for exponential usage, you can do double stars. Okay, so this is the case, and we will be talking about loops and if statements also. So before that, let's just see what are the symbols. If you are just a simple mathematics student, then you will know that what is the greater sign, what is the less than sign, what is the equal to sign. If you are just handy over all other programming languages, then double equal signs, the sign will give you the a relational statement of equal to, and for not equal to, you will do just this, and for greater than or equal to you will just combine both of them, and for less than you will do the similar thing. Okay, so let's move on to the question. The question says that in the code editor print the result of 21 plus 43, and what is the flag? Let's print the result of 21 plus 43. I will just write 21 plus 43 and I will just try to print it. So the code is run and the flag is here. So the flag is here and I will just paste it and it's correct. So the next question is print the result of 142 minus 52. So you just have to do this only. Okay, and you just have to do only this, and the answer is here, as you can see, and the output is also here. Okay, so as you can see, the output is also here. Print the result of 10 multiplied by 342. Let's do this. These are the simple exercises, and you should really try to do this on your own also after watching this video only. But you should really try to do all these things because this will help you in getting all over this. And as you can see, I have multiplied, just tried to multiply 342 into 10, and the output was there, and the flag was also given to me. Okay, and let's print the result of 5 squared. Okay, so 5 squared. Okay, and for 5 squared we can use 5 into 5. Oh, but it is not giving us the flag. So what we can do here is that we can use exponents, and if you remember, I said that the exponent for the syntax of exponent, it is used double stars. Okay, so I will do double stars and 2, so that 5 to the power 5 to the power 2. Okay, I will run this code and the flag is here. I'll copy it and paste it here. Let's move on to the task 4, which is variable and data types. And I think that this video will become a lot bigger if I try to complete all these things in just one. So I will just try to split this video, this whole room, this whole walkthrough into 2 videos, and that will be very smooth for both of us, you and me both. So let's see about the task 4, which is variables and data types. So what are variables? Variables can contain a thing in them. It is just like a container. Okay, just imagine it as a bag or as a container. Okay, you can put food in your container, you can put your laptop in your container, you can put books in your container. Just like that, variables can put a lot of things in them. So the definition of variable is clear for you. Okay, and let's see what are the data types in it, what things you can store in variable. Okay, so I've talked about that variable is like a container, you can store many things in this. Then what are the things you can store in this? So the data types or the things you can store in a variable are like a string, which is actually the combination of characters, letters, symbols. So for showing you what is a string, I will just write string 1 as you can see sh. Okay, I will write payload 3 4 5 6. Okay, I'm sorry for the letters on symbols only. So it just means that you can add letters and symbols. Okay, you can just add ampersand also. Okay, you can add so many things. You can add a lot of symbols and a lot of characters, all the letters which are available in the English alphabet. So don't just hesitate in any of things, and do just own your thing. Okay, so string is that where you can combine letters and symbols. Integer, you know, all the whole numbers, and it means negative also. Okay, just don't just think that you can add just 0 to infinity only, and you can add -1, -2, all those things. Okay, uh, when we talk about float, you can add decimal points, or you can add fractions for specifying things. And for boolean we are restricted to only being either true or either false. Okay, so we can either be true or we can either be false. Okay, and for list, it actually means that many of the data types can be stored in just one collection. Okay, many data types can be stored in just one collection. So let's just move on to the question, which are in the code editor, create a variable called height and set its initial value to 200. Let's do that. I will make a height variable and set it to 200. So we have just created a height variable, and it doesn't outputs any of these things because I haven't tried to print out anything. If I just try printing height, then let's see what happens. So it outputs that the height is 200. Okay, so it's completed. On a new line, add 50 to the height variable. Let's do that. For adding 50 to the height variable, we can do two things. Let's see what we can do. The first thing you can do is make the existing value of height by adding 50 in it. I will just make height plus 50. Okay, and it will output 250. Okay, and that's actually the flag only which we are about to write in this area. I will just put that flag, submit it, and okay. But what I'm going to talk about is that there is another way which you after which you can do the same thing what I did. So what's that way? We already changed the value to 250. We will turn it back to 200. I have turned it back to 200, as you can see, and we can do height is plus equal to 50. Okay, so what this will do, let me first just run the code, and you can see there is 250 output. So how it is done, you can so the height actually became whatever there was written in the afterwards, and added to it existing value. The existing value got added with 50. Okay, by using this symbol plus and equals statement. Okay, we can do the same thing by adding minus to it, and this will decrease the value by 50. So we should get the output as 150, and you can see we get the output as 150. So what I am saying, that there are a lot of things which aren't being talked in this room, but you should really see all of those. Okay, so the next task is about logical and boolean operations, and I will need some more sessions, or I will just need one more session to complete all of this row which is left behind, and you can just start drawing your own codes, writing your own codes, simple codes, you can just try for that and go for it. Just don't hesitate and go for it. And keep tuned for the next video. I will just try to make it more easier for it. And if you want me to make a course on Python, or just some tutorial videos for Python, or just scripting for Python, then I can do so. Just comment it down. I will be happy to do all of that. So thank you for this and goodbye.